If you want to start a profitable jewelry business, this video is for you because I'm going to share with you 3 different ways you can actually start this particular business. If today is your first time of coming across my channel, I am Dorkie, and over here we teach each other as mini importers tips and tricks on how to make a mini importation a very successful one. Let's get started. The first thing is for you to get the foundation right. If you don't get the foundation right, your business might not stand the test of time. So it is very, very important that you start the foundation on the right note. Now, when I talk about the foundation, what am I talking about? The first thing you are going to do is you are going to conduct a market research for yourself. So this is where you are going to just try to understand the business. You are trying to understand the jewelry industry. People that are already into the jewelry business, what are the things that they do? What type of jewelry do they sell? How do they market their items? What are their target markets? Every single thing that you need to know about jewelry business, you need to actually understand and understand it well. Now, once you are done conducting the market research, the next thing you are going to do is you are going to educate yourself around jewelry. Now, in this particular point, this is what you are going to do. This is where you are going to try to understand the jewelry itself as a product. What are the materials that last long? What are some of the materials that they use in producing these things? Which of the materials are inferior? Which of the materials are quality? Compositions of the materials used, and how long does these compositions actually last? Like every single thing that has to do with jewelries. I'm not a jewelry expert. I only teach you as an importation coach how you can get these items. But if you don't have the right knowledge around these things, you are going to do a lot of mistakes. So it is very, very important that you try to understand how the product itself actually works. That is jewelry. Let me just divert a bit by using hair for an example. If you want to go into hair business, you can't just get into hair business. You need to understand the types of hair, which hairs are considered inferior, which hairs are considered quality. I hope you understand. That's just what I'm trying to paint over here. So you need to actually understand jewelry for itself, okay? You need to understand it for itself so that you know the type of items that you can actually go in for and the types that you can actually avoid. Now, once you are done, the next thing you are going to do is you are going to get a business model. You are going to select a business model. The point of selecting business model, what does your business stand for? What services is your business coming to offer? Now you want to go into jewelry business. How are you going to render your services? Are you going to stock up to sell? Are you going to do pre-order? What model? How are you going to be running the business? That is just what the business model is about. If you don't get a clear business model, you might not even know what you are doing. You just know that you're doing jewelry business, but what jewelry business are you doing? So you need to sit yourself down and get a clear business model. Once you get the clear business model, it is now going to inform the type of audience or the type of customers that you should be targeting. Once you do all of these steps that I'm talking about, it will automatically tell you the people that you are going to be serving. Let's say that I have done all of these things, then I realize that I need jewelries, or I want to go into jewelries that are not so pricey, but the quality too is also good, okay? Or I am targeting students. If I'm targeting students, I know that these people don't have a lot of money to spend, but yet they need quality jewelry. So at least I will know how I'm going to budget, or the type or the amount of capital that I'll be needing to actually start this business. Okay. So for those of us that will be asking, Dorkie, how much will I need to start it? All of that is going to depend on all of these steps. Once you do it and it leads you to your target customers, that will inform the capital you will need. Because if you are going to be targeting luxury jewelry, you cannot be targeting the same customers are somebody that is targeting low budget customers. I hope you understand. So I can't give a clear amount of money here. All will depend on these steps that I've given. Okay. Once you get all of these things ready, okay, the next thing is for you to now start to look for items. How do you get these items? Okay, and that is where I said I'm going to be sharing with you three different ways. Now, the very first way is for you to use sourcing platforms. Sourcing platforms like 1688, Alibaba, Pindodo. These are popular and reliable places that you can actually go and search for these jewelries. Now, note that you have to be very, very careful. Okay, first thing that you don't have to joke with is checking the description. Okay, you should go to a description and always check what have been used to produce it. Don't look at the image and assume that, oh, look at how beautiful this necklace is, look at how beautiful this ring is, look at how beautiful this earring is. It must be quality. No, always go there and check, and if it's not a material that will last long, you try to avoid. Okay, so you can actually go to these particular platforms and you can select whatever products that you want. In fact, you can get items for as low as $1, like lowest, like 50 cents. You should be able to get jewelries that are of at least reasonable quality that you can actually get to start. Okay, if you are also getting into luxury ones, you also get luxury stores on these platforms, whether 1688, Pindodo, Alibaba, you always get it. Okay, but make sure that you are doing your due diligence. If you are also buying from these platforms for the very first time, make sure that you are buying samples. Okay, so you are going to get samples like 1 or 2 pieces or their minimum order. These particular places, their minimum orders are always very, very low. As low as 1 or 2 you can be able to get. Once you get it, you are going to try it out for some time to see if it is okay, right, before you go ahead to actually purchase more. One good thing about these platforms is that you can just get one store that can supply you with everything that you need. You just have to do your sourcing very well. Somebody be like, Dorkie, can I get quality jewelries over here? There are so many different designs that you can actually get. There are other ones that are used for church, and they are so beautiful. So these are very, very good places, but you just have to make sure that you get the right suppliers. Okay, next one is by using a direct suppliers contact, which I'll be leaving it somewhere in this video, so just make sure you watch this video to the end. Once you get the suppliers contact, you can just chat them up. Hello friend, please can I have your catalog? Once they send the catalog, you are going to carefully go through the catalog. Please ask questions. If you don't understand what product or what material have been used to produce a particular thing you see in the catalog, ask them and let them explain it to you. Okay, it is easier that way than to assume that it is a particular material when it is not that particular material. So always make sure you ask the right questions. Once you get the catalog and you have gone through everything and you select the type of items that you want, the next thing is for you to proceed to payments. But before you pay, they'll always ask you to send your shipping agent. That is who is going to receive your package and ship it down to you. So once you send them your shipping agent's address, okay, they are going to now give you the total of your goods. They'll give you the amount and you can make payments. Use an agent to make the payment for you. You can also use Alipay to make payments if you have an Alipay account. Once payment is done, these people will pack your goods, send it to your shipping warehouse, and you are free. You are just waiting to receive your goods. One disadvantage about this particular method is that most of these people, their minimum orders is always very high. So it doesn't favor people that has low capital. If your capital is low, you might have issues with this particular method. Okay, now the very last one is something that is coming up, but most people's attention is not yet drawn to it. But I'm going to be sharing this with you in this particular video. And what is this one thing? This thing is stock jewelry. We were all here as importers where when we had showing bills, part bills, people were asking, is it quality? Is it so so and so? Are you sure of this? Are you sure of that? By the time they realize, those that will cash out have already cashed out. This stock jewelry is something just like these part and sheen. Now, what is stock jewelry? This stock jewelry, you are going to get different types of jewelry inside one box. This will help those who have low capital but you want many items. You have earrings, you get bangles, you get ring, you get clips, you'll get anything jewelry, you'll get it inside one box. They will seal it and they'll sell it to you at a very reasonable price. So it means that whatever thing that you get in there, it is, for you. One disadvantage about this is that they will mix the goods out. So you can get some that are very high quality. You can also get some too that the quality is a bit low. Okay, but all in all, you will not be pricing the items equally. You sell it according to the quality and according to the standard of it. Okay, at the end of the day, you are still going to be making the profit that you are supposed to make from this particular stock jewelry. If you are just starting as a beginner, okay, I would advise you to go in for specific designs that you want, so that at least you can be able to have control over how you are going to actually sell these items. Okay, so this is actually the easiest and the simple methods that you can actually use to start a profitable jewelry business. My little advice to you is that business is not easy. Once you start, it is not guaranteed that it will just scale up. But once it's something that you really want to do, do not give up on this business that you're about to start. Make sure that you start it on the right note and you can be able to scale up. Do well to like this video, share it with friends and family, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. It is bye bye.